I grew up from 14th Umbrella, and I currently reside in the city of Milwaukee.
I grew up, I was born and raised on the south side of Milwaukee, and I still live on the south side of Milwaukee.
I grew up on 15th and Scott on the south side of Wisconsin, and I still reside on the south side of Milwaukee.
What it means for me to be a JCP employee is that I'm part of a team that's up and coming, an innovative construction company that's going to take construction to a new level.
To be an employee at JCP Construction actually means a lot to me. You know, I've seen them from a startup company to grow to where we are now, and I'm proud to be part of it.
If I need something, I give them a call. They tell me you need help, we got you. Just let us know what you need, and they take care of you.
Well, I got my start at JCP Construction. It was about 6 years ago. It was during the recession. A friend of mine that I used to work with gave me Jalen's number. I called him, said he had a project that he was interested in me doing. He said it'd be about a week's worth of work. Well, that week turned into, going on 6 years now, and been going strong ever since with JCP.
I started at JCP Construction looking for a job. I was contemplating leaving the union. I've heard a lot of things about JCP, so I took the opportunity to come fill out an application, went through the interview process, and they hired me.
I started with JCP 2 years ago now. The way I started was I called Clifton up one day. He told me if I was looking for work. I told him not at the time because I already had a job, which I was at for like 4 years. Then I got tired of my job because I was working late shifts, late nights. One day I ended up calling Cliff and telling him I needed work. He told me I needed to come and apply and talk to Jalen. That's what I did.
The difference that it has made for me is that JCP has given me an opportunity to become a leader, the opportunity to utilize all the skills that I have learned over the course of my career.
Since I've been working at JCP, my life's changed a lot. They've helped me grow, which I'm still growing now.
To be an employee at JCP Construction made a big difference in my life, both financially, mentally, everything. It made me a better person. It's been able to talk to my nieces, my nephews about coming into the construction industry, knowing that, there's other alternatives in life, and building, is a big thing that's going on, and Milwaukee's, getting bigger as we speak, and I'd like them to be a part of it just as I am a part of it.
Hopefully I'll be done with my journeyman. I'll be a full-blown journeyman by then. Hopefully I'll be running some jobs for them.
In 3 to 5 years, I see JCP Construction continuing to grow. I'd like to be a leader in JCP Construction in the next 3 to 5 years, actually in the next 20 to 50 years with JCP Construction. And I can just see them going uphill, and I'd like to continue the uphill route that we're taking and continue to do what we're doing.
In 3 to 5 years, hopefully, I'm still at the leadership position, but becoming a mentor to the younger guys to grow this company.
I like being in the trades because, when you start off, you go from nothing, and then all of a sudden, as weeks, months, years go by, you can look back and see the progression that you made and see the project that you built, that you were a part of, and everything that's involved in it. And at the finished project, it's something to be proud of at the end stage.
I think the future for the younger generation is kind of mixed. This whole trade is based off a desire. The more input you put in it, the more you're going to go. So the younger generation wants to work. The work will be there. They just have to take the initiative.
The younger generation, I think it'll be good for them to join now. They're going to learn a lot more than they would have if they would have joined back then, because back then a lot of people didn't go to the apprenticeship program. So a lot of the old school guys, they just got their cards, so they don't know as much as we do now that we are going to the apprenticeship program. You learn a lot more.
I was at Freighter working with Keith Carl. He was being sent to a different job, and he told me that I was going to become the leader. And I was nervous at first, but he encouraged me that I would do fine. Then when Jalen called me later on and gave me that vote of confidence, that was pretty meaningful. They didn't leave me high and dry, and the job was a success.
When I was young, Clifton was my mentor when I got in trouble, and I used to be a bad kid. And now, ever since then, you know, I changed a lot from where I was to where I'm at now. I'm a whole total different person, and I'm grateful for that.
With Jalen, James, and Cliff, you know, it don't matter if I call, if I email, if I text, if I have a concern about a job, you know, either one of them will come to the job, no matter if they're dressed in their Sunday best, they got their shiny shoes on or not, they got their work boots on or not. It doesn't really matter, because if there's a mud pit to jump into, if there's dirt to be put on your clothes, or it could be a clean job site, it don't matter. They'll jump in the mud with you, they'll work right side by side with you, and for me, I have a lot of respect for that. I admire that, and for me, that's a big thing working in the construction industry. When you got owners of your company that's going to work side by side with you and do the things that you're doing, no matter if it's blood, sweat, and tears, they're willing to get the project done right along with you.
3 words that describe JCP Construction: family, innovative, and inspiring. For a minority outfit, this gives hope to the inner city.
A ton of determination. They're very, very family orientated, and they're a caring company that I'm proud to be a part of.